Today, I'm gonna show you how to solve LEETCODE question 143, reorder list. It's another linked list issue. You are giving the head of a singly linked list, basically like 1, 2, 3, 4. The list can be represented like this. Reorder this list to L0 ln. Basically, the first one is the first value, and the second one is the last value, and the third one is the second one from the beginning and then the back. Basically, you're gonna make the list look like 1, and then take 4, and then 2, and then 3. So the second example that they give is 1, and then the second value will be the last value, which is 5, and then the next value will be the second from the beginning of the list, basically, which is 2, and then the next value will be 4, which is the second value from the end of the list, and then add the last value. So the return output will be 1, 5, 2, 4, 3. There's constraints here and node value. The question was asked by Amazon, Adobe, all these companies in the past 6 months. So it sounds like a quite complex issue, but if you think about it using divide and conquer, it's not as difficult as you would expect it to be. It's a medium problem, and you can see that what basically it's trying to do is first it needs to divide this list into half, right? And then the second step, once you divide this list into the half, what you would need to do is the second value it started taking is from the end of the second half and then going backwards. So that's why the second value is 4 and then it goes to 3, right? So then you can think about it. The next step will be reverse the second half of the list, right? And then once you do that, and then the last one will be merge the two lists. Basically, the last step you wanted to do is merge the first half and the second half. And once you understand the concept, the code is actually quite straightforward. So I'm going to show you how to code this question. So the first step, we want to divide this list into half, and this is a super classic linked list question, and you should be able to code this even with your eyes closed. So how you do this is that you want to have a slow and a faster pointer and put both of them on head, and while fast and fast on next. You want to be able to move fast. That's why you want to make sure fast on next is not no. While this is true, then you want to make sure slow moves 1. Basically, slow equals to slow to dot next, and then fast equals to fast dot next. Basically, slow move 1, fast move 2. You don't need to return anything while fast is at the end of the list, slow is in the middle. For an even list like this, if you put your head in, if you put the fast on the head position, for an even list like this, the slow will be at 3 instead of 2. This is what you need to know. So we already divided list into half. First linked list is 1, 2, and the second linked list is 3, 2, 4. So then the second step, what we will do is we will reverse the second half of the list. How do we reverse the second half of the list? This is also a very classic problem. So I'm gonna do this I'm just gonna iterate through the second half of the list. And I'm gonna give a pre-value and give a current pointer, and the pref should be at no position. Imagine the 3 is pointing to a no before that, and then the current is pointing to the slow, which is the head of the second half of the list. And then while current, you want to go through the list and swap every single value. So I'm gonna save a pointer as current.next to the temp value, and then this is pretty standard. The current.next equals to pref, basically reverse the link to make the 3 point to the previous value, and then the pref needs to move to current, and then current will have to equal to the temp that we previously saved. By doing this, you already reversed the list, and the head of the second list will be at the pref position, and the pref is pointing to 4 right now. So once you reverse the second half, what you need to do as the last step, you just merge these two lists. So you have a first list and a second list, right? And then the first list is pointing to the head, right? And then the second list, you already reversed it, and the head is pointing to the pref position, which is at 4 here. So you want to make sure second.next does not equal to 0 when you merge this list. And then you can see first.next and the first value. First.next, basically, which is 1. 1 is pointing to 4. 4 is second in this case, right? So first.next equals to second. And then you want to move the pointer. First move to first.next. And then the next step you want to do is second.next and a second. And then after you put 4 here, the second.next, you want to make sure it's pointing back to first, which is 2, right? So you want to make sure second.next pointing to first and second pointing to second.next. Basically, move the pointer. By doing this, do not return anything, modify head in place instead. By doing this, you already successfully merged and reorganized this list. Let's submit the result here, and we can see it went through. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll have more LeetCode video come up for you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.